Okay, Ashish.
I was tempted to ज़्यादा लगता था, आज भी लग रहा है।
3 साल
लग रहा है, ये सुन के बहुत ही आश्चर्य हुआ क्योंकि बहुत प्रोग्रेसिव हो गया। But I will tell you one thing. I want to draw the attention of the entire August gathering from one point. आपने सुबह से NOFN का बारे में सुन रहे हो?
Yes.
National Optical Fiber Network जो कमिटी था, I was one of the signatories, so मैं दाव से आपका बताना चाहता हूँ। ये जो 250,000 POP बनेगा, because it is going up to the पंचायत। ये पंचायत से लास्ट माइल ये आपको वायरलेस में जाएगा। I am told about this because I left government in 2010. I am told that उसका जो पायलट हुआ था ज्यादातर फेल ही हो गया, क्योंकि ये द 3 स्टेट में हुआ था, 32 ब्लॉक हुआ था, इफ आई रिमेम्बर करेक्टली, और उसमें ज्यादातर कोई पिकअप नहीं किया, बिकॉज लास्ट माइल कनेक्टिविटी तो पिकअप करना है टीएसपीज को। टीएसपी तो इंटरेस्ट नहीं दिखाया, बिकॉज देयर आर 3 पार्टनर्स ऑफ बीपीएनएल का 3 पार्टनर है, और उसमें क्या मार्केटिंग किया पता नहीं है। दे आर हैविंग द सेम ओल्ड policy of the tendering, very slow process, at least Assam में I know because I am working there for World Bank, so बहुत ही slow है। But cutting the story short, I just wanted to tell you, don't lose the patience, because somebody, Osama told the be patient in India। ये जो 2,50,000 का POP बनेगा, इसके लिए साकपा तो पूरा नहीं जा सकते हैं, क्योंकि साकपा का ऊपर कोई सेफ्टी का होता है, because टावर का साथ फ्लाइट पाथ का होता है, इट ऑरेंज कलर और व्हाइट कलर का जो अब तो पेंटिंग होता है। आई डिडंट वर्क फॉर साकपा, बट आई वाज अ स्पेक्ट्रम एलोकेटर, सो यू कैन बीट मी आउटसाइड, but I was a spectrum allocator. But I will tell you, the whole umbrella policy has to change, because as Shahid very correctly said, that 20 meters लगाना पड़ेगा, deep bushes are there, 5.8 लगाओगे तो उसका attenuation ज्यादा होगा, and you have to put a pipe which can go from one point to another. Perhaps where the panchayat, the network terminating unit जहाँ पर आ रहे हैं NOFN का, उसका पास में एयरटेल का टावर नहीं है, 5 किलोमीटर दूर है। एयरटेल will not put another tower, you have to put and carry into the Airtel tower if Airtel is interested to spread their business. To cut the story short, there is a requirement of the last mile connectivity with a tower which is never 5 meters. It has to be more than in the heavy vegetation village. So there will be a policy change. It has to be. Otherwise, we'll take resort of change.org.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hope for the best.
Mahesh first and then Bhas.
No, I take Michael's point about auctions. It is nobody's case that the externalities are taken care of by auctioning spectrum. It cannot be. The point is, especially in the spectrum such as 800, 900, 1800, 2100, where the demand is far in excess of supply and there are commercial players willing to pay for it, it's going to be very difficult to think of think of a process other than an auction to do it transparently. However, there are ways to conduct auctions which can reduce the price that eventually people will pay. So I think since auctions are unavoidable and since they come at a high cost, it's our obligation in a way to design better auctions. That is where I would. So it's really not about, and certainly the second point, it can be nobody's case that unlicensed spectrum should in any way be controlled or auctioned or whatever. I mean, and in any case, you will probably not even get much if you were to auction spectrum which is unlicensed, because clearly its commercial value, given the fact that it will be shared, will be far less. The fact is that people are paying for exclusive use of spectrum. And currently, to my knowledge, there is no mobile network, no cellular network that runs on dynamic sharing of spectrum, which we do know is a huge possibility in the coming years, and that's the point you're making. I think we hope that physics will finally extricate us from the madness of auctions, but it hasn't yet. So to that extent, we have to accept that reality.
Okay, so I've got Vibhash and then I've got Rajat. Mackie, did you want to say something?
Yeah, so firstly, I agree with Shahid's points. I think so. There's a lot of struggle for a village level entrepreneur at the last mile to deliver broadband. Second, there are very good inputs from Mr. Nagaraj, and I'd like to connect up because we've been struggling to find the right IAS officers as a district health officer or a district panchayat officer who enables, there are very few visionaries like you, but entrepreneurs like us and even hundreds and thousands of them would like to get encouraged by the district panchayat officer to run these initiatives. There's no dearth in the energy level to make it happen. Third is I'll request Mr. Rajan Matthew that what are we talking of is the cost of per MB at the last mile. And you see even the ISP today when he delivers broadband lease line to a village level entrepreneur, the cost is still coming from a USL operator who carries it up to the district level. So this is one bottleneck where the bandwidth cost itself is a huge loading. And the point of presence of that bandwidth itself is a big issue. So if the initiatives of the village level entrepreneur are tied up with a VAS kind of model, where the content was a 40-60, 50-50 revenue share, and the mobile operators themselves say that, at the last mile, let's have broadband done by a village level entrepreneur, and the tower industry gives that power and space on the telecom tower, the cost of operation becomes very synergistic because the field management teams of the TARCO in any case are supporting the mobile operator for his 2G or 3G. And the VLE gets the point of presence exactly there. The initiative of the industry to connect towers with fiber is something which is already there. I think so BBNL in my interpretation was a good project 10 years ago. BSNL didn't have franchisees even at district level. They've got points of presence in the district. But you ask the VLE here, how many of them buy bandwidth from BSNL? They don't buy. So what will happen to BBNL? What is the maintenance and operation of that initiative which is, draining the country of so much of money, crores of rupees, hundreds of crores. So I think so the last mile entrepreneur will still struggle till the time the industry supports them. And the cost of bandwidth at the point of presence is not brought down.
Rajan?
I just wanted to reiterate the point that has been made by Mahesh, and I think it's extremely important to appreciate that. Just, I'll take just 1 minute. If you look at the success of mobile telephony and you try and understand why was it successful, one of the chief reasons why it was successful is because there was competition within mobile and the last mile connectivity dropped from, 1 lakh per phone to 15,000 per phone within a very short period of time and continues to go down. Today, mobile connectivity, the last mile connection in dense urban areas is very, very low. And so competition along with lowering barriers to entry, low cost, enabled the proliferation and huge diffusion of mobile telephony. And if you want to apply the same principles to data and to rural access, I think there's a role for the government and there's a role for the private sector and a role for village level entrepreneurs. There are parts of the ecosystem that needs to be fixed by other agencies, not necessarily by the telecom governance system, by other agencies. Jan Dhan, microfinance lenders, entrepreneurs that will be able to provide low credit, cheaper credit to entrepreneurs and therefore allow them to get access to capital for their investment needs. So that part of the ecosystem cannot be fixed by, in a sense, the telecom government. But what can be fixed, I think, is what Mahesh was alluding to. Given that demand will always be greater than supply until technology makes it possible, and auctions perhaps in India have become the only way because of the kind of huge vitiation of the atmosphere in terms of administering the assignment of spectrum, which is a scarce national resource, and then there's a Supreme Court judgment. But I think the point that Mahesh is making, there are ways to design an auction. There are 9 ways to skin a cat, and you need not go for a multiple order ascending bid auction until you kill the cow. I mean, don't treat the sector as a cash cow, as I said. I mean, there are ways to design an auction, lower the cost, the benefits will come back to you, as Michael is also saying. I mean, the externalities, the costs will come back, the benefits will come back in other forms. And the government will get tax and service tax and so on. So the focus should be on transparent assignment, and auction happens to be probably the only method that will satisfy everybody. But there are ways to assign without treating the sector as a cash cow.
Okay, thanks. I'd also like to ask anyone else in the room if they would like to ask a question or say something. अगर किसी को और कुछ कहना है, कुछ पूछना है, कुछ सवाल का जवाब चाहिए, तो ये आपका मौका है. Anyone? No? Okay, good. That was easy. So thank you very much to the panelists. We have about 5 minutes left, so if you were to tweet something about this, 140 characters. Let's start with Chad.
To tweet something. I guess let's experiment. Let's experiment. Open up the spectrum. I should say that loudly. Open up the spectrum.
We're trading one words. I would say synergy. I think each one of the speakers was pulling the blanket to where they come from. I was pulling it to mine, unapologetically. But the truth lies in synergies.
Yeah, I agree with, I think, partnerships, sharing and caring.
I think as per the Supreme Court, a spectrum is not the property of the government, it's a property of the public, and government is just the imposing the security and nothing else. That's where they are earning the money through the licensing.
Success by collaboration and teamwork.
Whether it's technologies or players, let 100 flowers bloom.
Let's learn to play with government and private parties together.
Technology is the answer to our immediate problems.
I think we need to look at the rural very differently than what we look at in the urban areas or the other things. So I think we have to have some special, industry, government and community participation over there.
Broadband is a birthright and should be a birthright like other countries. And this is feasible, especially because it helps in GDP growth, which eventually substantiate PPP partnership. There are various models.
So why don't you read your tweets? This is a real tweet, by the way.
Well, cost of bandwidth has to be justified and must come down to make it affordable for everyone, especially for the rural sector.
I think the best thing would be to cooperate, collaborate, and scale up.
For rural broadband, think return on impact, not return on income.
It's been 10 years and 50 days exactly to the date since the broadband policy 2004 was announced on 14th October 2004. We did not achieve those targets, and if we continue in the same manner, we are not going to achieve any more targets.
No problem. This is a prolific tweeter.
The only thing I would say is the youth of India are very impatient, and we need to replace the older generation with young technocrat leaders.
All right, so that brings us to my tweet. My tweet is, my job is done. I'm looking forward to my drink. Thank you very much to our panelists. Well done. Thanks very much.